Schedule a Zoom with me at GCExperts.com/Zoom.
People that just don't have an opportunity to know that they have an opportunity. So yeah, I want to get on that board and basically change everything for me and my wife. We've been hustling for a very long time, and I'm kind of worn out right now. So yeah, I believe you got the answer to my problems right now.
Okay, well, first of all, what business are you in?
I do landscaping construction, but mostly handyman work. Most of my business, how I survive, is through landscaping. But most of my passion, most of my big return is when I handyman work. My wife and I, we just renovated a home. I want to say it was the beginning of this year when we pretty much got finished with it. But unfortunately, it's been on the market for some time because of the location. Uh, we renovated this house. It's right off the main road, and it was not attractive to a lot of the potential clients because of its being right on the main road. We did real well with the renovations, but unfortunately, it took some time. So it's on the contract now. Hope that everything goes well with that. But um, just got off the phone with her, and we're kind of done with doing residential deals. So we kind of want to dive into the federal contract and see how things can turn out for us that way.
Yeah. Did you finish the video with the guy where I talk about the 200 square foot tiny house?
Um, I made it up to that point, and then I did not make it beyond that point.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you
Here's
were
my
going to break down something. Go ahead.
Listen, you're talking to a guy who's done 1,000 federal contracts, $1 billion worth of work for the United States federal government. I've done wind tunnels for NASA, water treatment plants for the Air Force, power plants for the Navy off the coast of California. I've worked on 4 presidents' homes. I even replaced the carpet at the top of the St. Louis Arch. The only thing that I ask prior to having a conversation with me is finishing that video. Because if you finish that video, it'll answer almost every question that you have about federal contracting. And it's not that I want to discourage you. I'm not trying to kick you off the phone. It's just that there's so much content, even up to the point that you got there, that I'm sure you were hearing for the first time. And my job isn't to sell you anything. You know, some people think that they come into a Zoom like this and they're going to be talking to somebody that says, so if you buy my shit for $19.99, I'm going to give you the 7 key steps to become a successful federal like, that's just not who I am. I mean, I guess I could do that if that's what you really want, but it's just not who I am. I want people to be fully educated as to what this is and what this isn't. Because, look, nobody wants to spend money. Do you want to just go out and spend all your money?
I know how that feels, and that's not a good feeling.
It's not a good feeling. But if you're making an investment in something and you expect a return on your investment, whether that's time or actual money, most people don't have a problem investing if they believe what they're investing in.
That's correct.
Okay. Number one, you got to believe. Okay. And I would encourage you to not only finish that video, but watch more of my videos because that's free. Okay. And you get more education. You get to learn more. And once you learn something, nobody can take that away from you because it's in your head. In other words, if I stripped all your tools, stripped all your money, could you start up another landscaping business?
With the knowledge that I have, I could.
That's right. With the
Yeah,
knowledge that you
yeah,
have, you could. In other words, you could get right back to where you are because you know what it took to get there.
absolutely.
Okay? That's why I push so hard on education because once it's in there, you know what it took to get there. Okay? I know how to run a company that can do 1,000 federal contracts, $1 billion worth of work with the government, made over $300 million over my career. I know exactly what it took because I did it. Nobody can take that out of my head. I can explain to anybody how to do what I did because I did it. I know what it took. But if you want to have a high level conversation with me, I only have one requirement: finish that video.
All right. Well, we'll get back on it and we'll get back to you then.
But you should expect a return on your investment in time. Okay? I teach things in that video that nobody else knows. Okay? And once that's in your head, it can't be taken away.
That's fair enough.
Nobody ever expects when they come into a Zoom to have a conversation with a guy like me. They expect that this guy's going to try and sell me something. Anything like that sound like that in this call?
Oh no, no. I'm not interested I would have never took this call if I believed that this was strictly going to be about taking my money right off the bat. Um,
Good.
if anything, like I said, we're gonna finish this video. I guess we can set up another time to
All you got to do is
um
text back Mark
have another.
Weston and tell him I watched the video. I still want to talk to Sean. He'll put you in my next available Zoom.
Okay, that'll work. Um, the Zoom meetings, are they basically you answering any questions that I would have after the video,
If
or
you have a look,
what should
you've
I
got my
expect?
attention right now. If you've got a specific question, I can promise you there's no question you can ask me about federal contracting that I don't know the answer to. So hit me with what you got.
Okay, so of course I know that pretty much the government funds. I'm not gonna say funds, but they pay businesses to pretty much do mostly everything for them, whether it's electrical work or flooring or whatever the case is. I picked that up. My wife, she also has been interested in that well, so some of that I kind of got a heads up on. But I guess the main thing is uh, how do most companies like a small company like mine, right? How do we get those contracts, right? How do we
Bronson,
make the government
Bronson,
interested?
Bronson, what's your wife's name?
Yes, Shea Bronson.
Shay? Can she hear me?
Yes. No, she's not on the call right now. No,
Can she hear
she's
me?
out in meeting a client right now.
Oh, she's meeting a client.
No, she
Okay.
can't hear you. She's out. Yes.
Okay. Listen to me carefully. Do you know what a SAM registration is? Yes or no?
I don't.
You don't. A SAM
No.
registration is a registration with the federal government. It's just a registration. This is who I am. This is my company. This is my phone number. This is my bank account if you guys want to pay me money. Okay, it's just a registration. Now that I've explained to you what a SAM
Okay.
registration is, and I ask you the question, do you know what a SAM registration is? Yes or no? Tell me.
I do now. Yes.
Good. You and I are going to play a fifth grade level game. I'm going to give you the answer to the question before I ask you the question. Are you ready for the answer?
Okay. Yes.
The answer is SAM registration. Ready to play?
Yes.
There is one thing and one thing only required to be a federal contractor, and that is a.
Sam's registration.
So, Bronson, if you sell cake mix to the Navy so they can make cakes on ships, what do you need?
Sam's registration.
So, if you sell bullets or aircraft parts or even construction goods and services, what do you need?
Sam's registration.
That's right. Now we're going to play the other part of the game. I got to ask you two questions before we start. Number one, what state are you in?
Georgia.
Okay. Number two, if you and I walk through a neighborhood and I point to the top of a power pole and say that's a transformer, would you recognize that as transformer?
I would, yes.
Good. Okay. I'm going to give you three scenarios. Scenario number one, the transformer shall be replaced by a licensed electrician in the state of Georgia. Now, that has nothing to do with the company that got the job. All they needed was a.
Sam's registration.
But if you got that job, you'd have to coordinate a licensed electrician to replace that transformer. Got it?
Yes.
Scenario number two. The transformer shall be replaced by a licensed electrician. Well, under scenario number two, any licensed electrician from any state can go into Georgia and replace that transformer. Understand that this is federal eminent domain property. There is no such thing as a state inspector going on to a federal job. Got it?
Got it.
Scenario number three, the transformer shall be replaced. Now, under scenario number three, that literally means that you and I can go out there on a Saturday and replace the transformer. It gets written all three ways all the time, but it has nothing to do with the company that got the job. All they needed was a SAM registration. And that's how I can tell you that those 1,000 federal contracts, that wind tunnel, the water treatment plant, kitchen renovations, power plants, the carpet at the top of St. Louis Arch, I've never had a license of any kind other than a driver's license. It's our job to get in between what the government is spending money on and the people that do the work. That's what this business is.
Gotcha. I
Does
learned a
that?
lot just off this little 5 minute conversation. Thank you so much.
You bet. That's what I'm here for, to educate. Now, do I have a course and all that kind of stuff? Yes, I do. But you got to watch the video to figure all that shit out.
Okay.
I'm just not going to be the guy that says, so if you buy my shit today, or if you get in by the end of July, or blah, blah, blah. I'm just not that guy.
I guess after the video and after we meet again on a Zoom, do you basically guide everyone into uh, how to win these contracts,
Not only
or
that, but I can show you publicly available proof that I'm really good at it. Like
okay,
proof that can't be disputed. In other words, here's the guy, here's him telling you, holy shit, Sean's the best. But underneath his video is a link to his public federal profile where you can see that he got $100 million worth of federal contracts. There's a whole list of guys. It's at GCExperts.com/proof. And in that video that I'm talking about, I show that webpage so that you understand how it works.
makes sense. Okay,
Because
all right.
if federal contracts are public information, nobody can lie about a federal contract. Does that make sense?
All right. Absolutely.
because you can go to our federal government under the Freedom of Information Act and you can look that shit up yourself. If you ever talk to a guru in this space, federal, they should be able to show you here's who I taught and here's the contracts that he got. And you should be able to independently verify that.
Makes
Don't
sense.
take
Okay.
people's words at face value. Do the work. Investigate.
So, I guess my final question for you in regards to moving forward, after that video and after the meeting, and you do show us how to get these uh, contracts per se. Is there usually a fee that we give you after each contract, or we're
I'm way
basically
less interested in the money part of this thing. I can understand why the public comes into these videos and fuck, man, how much does this shit cost? But let me ask you a question. If I said, hey, I found a house for $50,000 that we can flip tomorrow for $100,000, okay, and you believed me, and I showed you evidence, I've done this 10 times before, but it's your turn, Bronson. How hard would you work to get that $50,000 if you believed it?
oh, I'll work my tail off
Okay. Why?
because I believe in the return on the investment.
Okay. What difference does it make how much I charge for anything if you don't believe that you would get a return on the investment?
Me, I don't. I mean, my thing is, I can believe it, but I still would like to know, like, what
At,
percentage of
at
that.
the end of the video, I talk about the money stuff,
Okay.
but only because he asked me. I promise you, you will never find a video of me on the internet where I am high pressure sales or, now you and I talked on the phone, so give me all your money. I am not that guy. I've made over $300 million over my career. I don't give two fucks about your money. Okay. All I care about right now is educating you.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll take that, and
Okay.
once I watch this video, see where we at. I'll have whatever questions I have ready for you, and then
I would
yeah,
highly suggest that you do that. I hope you come in
yeah,
with 100 questions that you came up with that he didn't, because I will
yeah.
sit here as long as you want and talk through every single one of them.
Okay. And to make things a little bit more better, uh, we will have my wife on the phone as well, so that way, if she has any questions,
I would
that she
encourage
might
you
not
to do that.
give. Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry that that was not completed in time.
Hey,
Um,
look, life happens.
but
I understand that. None of that stuff matters to
yeah,
me.
yeah.
And there's no
Okay.
hurry to anything that I do. Our federal government is spending $1 billion a day, whether you're in this game or not. I mean, there's no hurry to anything.
Well, not for you guys. There's a hurry to me. Yeah. If there's a
Well,
billion dollars on the table that
that's
that
on you,
says
not
that
me,
says that
Bronson.
yeah, yeah. If there's $1 billion on the table that has my name on it and it's just waiting for me, I'm willing to go ahead and invest in that opportunity. And so, hey, if you're the guy to help me get that $1 billion, it don't even have to be $1 billion. It just have to be life changing money, right?
Well,
That's
just keep in
most
mind
of
that it
what
took me
most people
30
want.
years to achieve all that. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. most of you guys that you have helped in the past, um, what has been the fastest turnaround for them in
I've
reference?
got guys that won the first bid they ever bid on, and I've taught this to, I don't know, 150 guys. Okay. So I've got examples of guys that won federal contracts right out of the gate, and I've got guys that it took them 6 months to get one.
Okay, what's as long as it's not 5 years.
Oh, no, no, nothing like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. 6 months. I mean, I would say anything to a year, per se, is well worth my time. I'm a very patient person, so 6 months. I mean, that's not the end of the world. That's a little bit of time, but for the most part, it's mature time. So, like I said, as long as it's not taking forever, where I
But to
would literally
answer
have
your
to take
question,
time
I
off
do
the
all the
weeks.
hand holding personally. When you join my program, you get my personal cell phone number, and you get access to me 24/7,
Okay.
directly to me, nothing in between.